little nigga. Spent $500,000 just on furniture, nigga.
Damn.
Paper route business, it don't concern you, little nigga.
Watch out.
Be careful who you call your friend, they turn on you, nigga.
For real.
I'm DUI right now, I don't belong behind the wheel.
Whoa.
One thing about it, I'ma get money long as I live. I can't stop at that red light, I keep going, I don't yield. I can't do that deal if it ain't more than 10 mil. Oh shit, got them M's and now he lit. $100,000 investment, I invest on my wrist. All she do is run her mouth, tell that bitch to suck a dick. I was born a superstar, so I put one on my fist. I just smash, I don't kiss. Hit the gas, I'm in the wind. Hate to brag, but I'm the shit. Got some head when I was 6. I threw 30 in magic. Do that, make me a trick. House on the lake, but I don't even know how to fish. Damn. Motherfuck the law, fuck the law, fuck the law. Flying down every Presley in the race car. I've been drinking raw, drinking raw, drinking raw. White girl with me and she look just like a Barbie doll. I just walked in Barn and spent the 40 by mistake. I just walked in Barn and spent the 40 by mistake. I just walked in Barn and spent the 40 by mistake. If I take you out, bitch, that's $1 million date. I've been flexing too hard, I feel the hate. Bodybuilder shit, nigga, I came up pumping weight. They smile in your face, but really want your place. Ain't nobody straight, just give me my cake. My little bitch, she gun thick when she walk, that thing shake. Trap nigga mentality, I don't put shit in my name. Name one nigga that ever gave me a dime, I give you $1 million. Name one bitch that I can't fuck and I give you $2 million. White girl with me and she look just like a Barbie doll. White girl with me, I just found out she a porn star. I just wanna smash you one time, I don't want your heart. I just spent 100 and something thousand on a Dodge. Motherfuck the law, fuck the law, fuck the law. Flying down every Presley in the race car. I've been drinking raw, drinking raw, drinking raw. White girl with me and she look just like a Barbie doll. I just walked in Barn and spent the 40 by mistake. I just walked in Barn and spent the 40 by mistake. I just walked in Barn and spent the 40 by mistake. If I take you out, bitch, that's $1 million date.
It's dope. I bring me some backwoods up out of home and a cup of ice. And some rubber bands up out there too, homie. Yeah. It's 3 p.m. 80 degrees outside. I'm in something to go real fast sitting outside the corner store. 6-figure car ain't got no business in this area.
If it ain't one thing, it's a motherfucking nutter.
Damn.
We trapped together, then that's my motherfucking brother.
That's my dog.
I pay her bills and buy designer, but I don't love her.
What you need, little mama?
She just play a part when it's time to smuggle.
Hey, you ready?
I pull up, pick up that bag and burn rubber. I got a sweet tooth, but I stay away from suckers.
For real though.
Nobu and Malibu was my last supper.
We eating good.
I fucked her in rush hour traffic, Chris Tucker. Everybody screaming, gang, gang, gang. Them folks come and get you, you gon' tell on the whole gang.
Gang.
She said, can she fuck me with my diamond chain? If I ain't in the bank, then I'm on the plane.
Hey.
About to go get some money or go spend some money. They stopped me in the airport, had too many binges on me. They don't want you to live, they don't want you to ball. Them pussy smile in your face, yeah, then they pray for you to fall. Hey, young nigga, stay focused, but I really wanna crash. Think about where you at, then think about your past. Yeah, I really came from shit, but I won't change for shit. My bitch say I'm stuck in my ways, my wrist say I've been getting paid. 100 shots, 100 shots. Me and my niggas pull up in 100 drops. My role model used to get 100 blocks. Street niggas in a tuxedo, we the mob. She looked at my watch too long, now she see stars. I got so high last night, I did a show on Mars. Yo, bitch ate my dick, I caught her on them bars. My pinky ring, extra large. Phones all in the garage. Remember my first Menage? Yeah, Toy and Britney. I'm shopping for diamonds at Tiffany's. Now I don't got no sympathy. She blew my whistle like a referee. Broke black nigga remember me until I found out that recipe. Started getting about 10 a week. Finger on the trigger when I sleep. Yeah, nigga, I'd rather you than me. Backseat smoking good weed. 100 shots. 100 shots. How the fuck you miss a whole 100 shots? You not welcome at my trap if you don't shop. Get out, bro. Before you come through that back door, you better knock.
All right, how's everybody doing? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button.
Sweet.
All right, we didn't do a call-in show last week, but we're gonna do one this week. Last week, obviously, I was busy. All right, I see we got somebody already, so we just gonna get straight into it. Caller. Raphael, we can't hear you, man. All right, Raphael, you got to call back. For some reason, we couldn't see you or hear you. But come on in. How's everybody doing? Make sure you guys hit that like button. Shout out to Jacksonville, Florida. William Sweet, come on in. I see Salesman. I see Axel. I see Heavy Goodman. I see 24K Roses. I see Jeff Stokes. I see a bunch of people. Let me get that caller back in. What's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not bad. I guess my messages to you on Instagram were not getting through. Technology. But I just wanted to give you a quick call before I go into work. I had messaged you via Instagram saying that I want to get into the business, and I just wanted to see what your thoughts were. What would be the best thing to do right now? I'm doing a lot of research, and I'm also considering getting my CDLB. Would it be best to just start off with a cargo van? I've done Grubhub before, so the idea of knowing all of my expenses and everything. My wife, she studied accounting, so she's really, really good with that stuff, and that would come in handy. That would be something that we wouldn't have no problem dealing with. So,
What's your reasoning for getting the CDL?
I'm sorry?
What's your reasoning for wanting to get the CDLB?
Straight trucks. And also, if it doesn't go through, my city has a pretty good transit system. The driving buses here is actually very lucrative.
Where you at?
I'm sorry?
Where do you live?
I live in Westchester County in New York City. No, not New York City. Excuse me. Like right above New York City.
Okay. All right. So you want to get a cargo van, you said, right?
I could do either one, man. I could do either a cargo van, a 16-footer. Somebody actually just they contacted me. My brother-in-law got me in contact with somebody that they're selling a 2015 Freightliner Center for something like 20,000. Although he said he would probably accept 15.
Mm-hmm. So what's your first?
It's not like the old Chevy Express ones. This is like some monster of a van.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What's your first option though? What do you want to do?
Honestly, I'm not. Again, that's a good question, man. I'm just like I could get into anything. I could. I mean, if
see, you gotta have a plan, man. I can't answer
like,
your question if you don't know what you want to do.
Oh no, I know I want to move freight around. I want to stay local, but it's just one of those things where I know I'm stuck between a 16-footer doing bulk work or a regular cargo van just doing anything that comes my way. I could do either one.
Well, here's the thing: with a 16-footer, you're gonna do office supply deliveries in bulk. You can do moving up to a small 2-bedroom. I mean, you can do other little odd and end deliveries, final mile if you had a partner, you know, for like AIT. But other than that, that's pretty much
I know you mentioned. I'm
Go
sorry. I
ahead.
know you mentioned before that I have, there's other options considering where I live in such proximity to New York City. Like,
Hmm.
what's the one you? I heard you mention in the video yours. Something Stone Logistics or something like that.
Capstone, you could do
I believe
Capstone,
that's what you mentioned.
but
Yeah,
that's office supply. They're gonna put you on Staples or the
I don't
USPS
mind it.
contract. So that's what I'm talking about as far as office supply. You'll be doing something like that. But anything else that you could do with that 16-foot box truck is probably going to require a van, and the 16-foot box truck would be overkill. So
Okay.
the things that I told you is pretty much what you can do with it. Anything more is going to require a 26-foot. Anything less, a cargo van, and in some instances, that 16-footer is going to be overkill. Because if you're
Yeah.
running a 16-footer and you're doing your office supply stuff during the day dedicated, and then you're going to gig it out the rest of the day, if you're doing hopping on flex, you can utilize the truck, but it may just not be economical for some of the gig based
I'll
stuff.
be honest with you. I would after I would be done with a route, I would not do the whole gig thing because I do other things on the side as well. So I would just come
Okay.
home and work on that. You
Okay.
know.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, 16-foot box truck would be cheaper than a cargo van. So
Really,
if you're
a
looking at it from
vehicle
that
that much
perspective,
bigger than a cargo van would be cheaper.
a lot cheaper. Yeah. Because you're purchasing the van, right? Which is it's a cutaway though, so it's the van on in the chassis. And the box
Right.
that's built on it is pretty much wood and aluminum, so that don't really cost that
Yeah.
much. Versus the cargo van. Yeah, the cargo van market has always cargo vans and pickup trucks have always held their value, but they hold their value now more than ever. So, and even new cargo vans are through the roof. The demand is just there. The demand is there for cargo vans. Cargo vans and pickup trucks are through the roof now because there's so much you can do with them, and so many people are working for themselves. And you got e-commerce now. You got the gig economy, so the demand is there for them. So, yeah. So a 16-foot box truck, you could probably find one probably for 10 grand,
Oh
maybe
yeah,
less.
here in Westchester, man, there is a ton of them. They're a little bit older, but they are abundant.
I got two right now. You could buy one of mine. You come pick
Sorry,
it up.
but I don't think I'm gonna go to Chicago anytime soon.
Yeah. So.
Hey, while I have you here, and before I go in, I got a question. There's a gentleman who comes into my job.
Hmm.
He's usually he drives a 26 footer, and
Hmm.
he had told me that you don't even need a CDL to drive those things. And it's interesting. I find him to be interesting. I haven't really gotten much information from him, but he runs with a company called Wrist, but he's an owner operator. So like when it comes to 26 footers, what is it? He's leasing his truck onto companies or something? Is that how that works?
You say he runs for a company called what?
Wrist Transport out of New Jersey.
Risk, RISK.
No, RIST, Wrist.
Uh, Risk Transport.
Yes. He runs a 26 footer and he's told me he's been doing this for 20 years. And he makes
Hmm.
good money. He runs around because where I work in Westchester is very rural. Not many
Hmm.
tractor trailers up there.
Hmm.
And he says they take care of his insurance. He runs under their I believe he said MS
Yeah,
number.
he's leased on. He's leased on to him. Then yeah,
Is
I
there
see the
like
company.
so I take it. I mean, if he's been doing it for 20 years, I'm assuming people who go that route, they make some really good money doing that, right? Because he's a one man operation. He's like, oh yeah, I don't break down anything. I just load it up in my truck and I go.
I mean, it all depends on what's good money. It's probably if he's been doing it 20 years, then you know he came into this industry in a different time frame. So this is a career for him, right?
Right.
So Uh, he's probably making good money because he came in was his in 2004, so he knows the ins and outs, and he's comfortable with running under someone else's authority. He sounds like a guy who doesn't want to own and operate his own trucking company and deal with his own authority and things like that. He'd rather let them handle all that, and he gives them a percentage to run under their authority. They provide the work, they provide all the the authority and everything. He just comes and moves freight. So now what he may be making may be good for him. I don't know what he's making, but it may not be good for others. He sounds like he's an older gentleman, probably maybe in his 50s now.
Yeah, if I was to take a guess, yes.
Yeah, so you know,
All right
yeah,
then,
he's
man.
a
So I'm gonna see about either picking up a cargo van or a 16 footer and just seeing what my options are out here. I'm sure I have a ton of them. I believe you have a video out about which are the best companies to try to research first beforehand.
yeah. Just research the companies and figure out exactly what you want to do, and then determine what type of vehicle. If if I were
Let me
you,
ask you.
I would
Let me
go ahead. Go
let
ahead.
me ask you this, man, because I did research. I believe a company called US Pack, but they don't have
Mhm.
anything in my area. Now, does that mean everything is everything is had by other drivers, or is maybe they're not quick enough to update their website about what's available? Because the closest route available to me, man, is like an hour drive, and truth be told, I don't feel like I ain't gonna be driving no hour to do a route all the way up north.
They probably don't have anything available right now. If you don't see anything pop up for them, then they probably just don't have anything available. US Pack, when things really get going, they would normally have a lot of work, especially like auto parts and stuff like that. But as far as pay, in comparison to their competition, they're on the lower on the pay side. They don't really pay that well. So, but when they do have work, they have it. I haven't really seen a lot of stuff pop up for US Pack. There's just not a lot of volume out there right now. So,
No,
but
not even. I mean, I wouldn't know what the market is, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, everything is slowed down, even in even in proximity to New York City, everything's slowing down.
yeah, the volume is just slow across the board. But US Pack, like I said, in comparison to their competition, like their pay is on the lower side, um, in comparison to other companies like Capstone and T Force and so on and so forth. They last I checked, they were paying like on like curbside stops, they were paying like $33 a stop or something like that, which is not bad, but I know people that are making 50, 52, $57 a stop. So, you know, so it all
What are
depends.
what are mainly like the gig apps for cargo vans or six? I doubt there's any gig app for 16 footers. I mean,
Yeah,
I
there
know
are.
people.
There
I
are.
know people tend to wake up at 4 in the morning and head up Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff like that. Are those gig based, or are those still like are you contracted with places like Home Depot?
Home Depot goes through 3PLs. Lowe's goes through 3PLs. Some of these companies are going through 3PLs and gig apps now. They're trying to diversify. They want to compete against they want to be able to compete against their rival retailer, their competition. So they have to be able to turn those sales over quick as possible. So, a consumer's deciding factor on where they're going to buy this tool shed from, let's say, or let's say this toilet, what's going to determine it is who's going to deliver it to them the quickest. So that's why these companies are utilizing 3PLs and gig apps. They're fulfilling from the store in some aspects now. So both gig apps and 3PLs.
So
Um,
yeah, that's gonna be an option for me then, man, because I do live around in a proximity to a 10 mile radius between a couple of Home Depots and Lowe's. So that's something I'll definitely look into. You know.
yeah, I would. I mean, with the Home Depot, The 3PL contracts that they run requires a 26 footer.
Oh,
Now, with a cargo van, you asked me what apps. There's plenty of apps that you can sign up with a cargo van. There's quite a few with a 16 footer too. Some of them are the same. GoShare, Carry, Freight, just to name a few. And then there's other ones that cargo van, Amazon Flex. Some other ones that I really don't care for, like Dolly. You know what I'm saying? And then you also got your lead generating apps like Thumbtack Pro, where you can book jobs directly to the consumer, so you can cut out the middleman and do small gig-based jobs, small moving jobs, small delivery jobs, dealing directly with
like
the customer.
furniture or something.
Furniture, boxes. Yeah.
And
That way you're dealing with
what
directly with
was the name of that app?
Thumbtack. It's a lead generating service. So you pay for the leads and you communicate back and forth with the customer when they inquire about a job. When they ask for a quote, you go back and forth with them within the app, and you're dealing with them directly. You pay the one-time fee for the cost of the lead, which is non-refundable. You got to sell yourself. They're just connecting a consumer with a service provider, and you're paying for that service. So you got to sell yourself, but you don't have a middleman that's taking 40, 45, 50, 55% off the top.
Okay.
You're not splitting that revenue. So you're getting 100% of the revenue, minus whatever the lead fee is. I mean, you got a cargo van, you're just doing small jobs. So you probably wouldn't pay any more than 10, no more than $15 for a lead.
Does the age of the van matter?
Not for Thumbtack. For GoShare, yeah. Some of the other apps, yeah. GoShare has a 15-year.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, so I don't think you'll go out and buy a 2002, 13, 14 rather, whatever. Well, no, 2008, 2007, whatever it is. But yeah, so yeah, yeah. So I would get a van though. If I were you, I would get a van.
Well, if
I
that's
would get
the
a
case,
van.
man, yeah, I'm more than likely gonna go that route. Thank you very much again. I appreciate your time.
Mhm.
Before I go, man, I told you not much was gonna happen with that convoy. It told you.
Oh yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
That was you. Yeah, nothing happened. It's dead as a doorknob up there in New York right now, huh?
Yeah. The day went
So
by
what was
like.
so what was all those pictures they were putting on Instagram and all on YouTube? Was those fake pictures saying that they were buying out all the stores? And
Well, I'll tell you this much, man. I don't use Instagram. I don't really use much of social media. I only
Mhm.
got on Instagram to try to get in contact with you. So if there's any like pictures or anything like that, floating around there, you're talking to the wrong guy, man. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, nothing happened. So yeah,
No, no,
all right.
life went on, and it is what it is. Thanks for the info, and maybe I'll log on here sometime in the future just to let you know how everything's going. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, bye. All righty. So that was caller one. Let's see if we can get two more callers in here tonight. How's everybody doing? I took him in right away, so I didn't do my formalities. How's everybody doing tonight? Make sure you guys come on in, hit the like button. I see Axel, I see the salesman in here. It's quiet tonight, man. Heavy good, man. Jonathan, what's up? Shout out to all the MGMs. Shout out to Pippi. Miguel, what's good? Working your second job, getting to the moolah. I see you. Jonathan, what up? 24K Roses, what is up? Link has been to the top of the chat. Friday night call-in show. We didn't do one last week, so it's been 2 weeks. So we're doing it tonight. Episode 10. What's going on? Jay Stokes. Marie, how's it going? Fat Killer, what is going on? Great Polo. Shout out to all the MGMs. Big Hearn, what up? Whose audio is low, Axel? It's not mine. I'm getting full bars. Sir. Full bars. Giorgio Brown, what up? Steven Rosenthal, what's up? 5-star, what's up? He needs to check CB Driver. Yeah, it's a lot of opportunities on CB Driver. I forgot about CB Driver. Queens and Brooklyn by the yard if you want to take the trip. Any good recommendations for Final Mile in NYC or around? Check some of the companies that I talk about. T-Force, Capstone, Waco. If you're doing big and bulky, JB Hunt, Final Mile, Siva, NAL, Pilot. Check pretty much every company I've done at least a profile on. Cardinal Logistics. Just go through my catalog and look at the videos and just get the names of the companies and then do a Google search and see if they have a terminal in your area. If you're in NYC, and pretty much every major 3PL is operating in or near there. Oh, he was referring to the caller? Okay. COB Kennels, what up? All right, man, call and show. Link pinned to the top of the chat. Man, what's going on with the box truck space, man? I took a week off for my birthday, and I came back, and it seemed like it's dead. Not my channel. I'm talking about the whole space. I eavesdrop on some other channels and see what's going on. I eavesdrop, and it just don't seem like it's ticking. When I left, it was, well, at least my channel was up and rock and rolling. It seemed like last week the whole space just fell off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at people's video numbers and what's going on out here in these box truck streets, man? What's going on, man? Y'all doing all right? Is y'all all right? I know I put that live stream out before I left, and you know well, damn, what was it? I knew it was one of them ones where I had to, what was I talking about? Let me go make sure. I might have hurt some feelings or something. Let me see what's going on. No, I was cool on that one. Good box truck news, bad box truck news. That was it. That did pretty good. That last stream had like 130 people in it. The replay did pretty good. But then last week, it seemed like I was gone. Axel was hitting me up like, man, the space needs you back. What are you doing? Like, how many days are you going to celebrate your birthday? I'm like, Axel, I'm black. A whole week. A black woman celebrate their birthday for the whole month. Dude, I'm chilling. I'm kicking it. Leave me alone. Then about Tuesday, then I started getting DMs from subscribers like, man, where you at? I'm like, damn, man, ain't nobody else putting out no content. I look, I ain't see nothing. What's going on, man? Link pinned to the top of the chat. Man. Y'all ain't out here making no money in these streets. Hey, what's going on, man? What up? Man, I took a week off, man. A week, and the space just went. God damn. Nobody was doing nothing. Cardinal was acquired by Ryder last month. Damn. Where have I been? I wonder why. Because I'm subscribed to they subscribed to me and I'm subscribed to them, but I didn't see them switch it on. All right, we got a caller. Oh man, it's Axel calling. Hey Axel, we got a real caller calling in, Axel. I'm gonna talk to you after the real caller. This guy needs help. Yo.
All right.
Hello?
I don't think I'm the one that need help.
All right, well, my bad. I thought you was somebody that was calling up for help. But what's going on? How you doing?
Oh no! I just called, man. We love the channel, man. Just showing you support. That's all. I didn't know this was a help call. Help kind of.
Nah, it ain't a help call. It's just call in. I mean, let's kick it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, just what's up to everybody in the box truck space. I hope everybody being safe out here, and I'm gonna piggyback probably after everybody on this call. The rates suck.
Well, we know that. But it all depends, though. It all depends, though. It all depends. It all depends. So now, when you say
On
suck,
what?
what?
What you mean? Well, I mean, shoot, it. I don't even know how to. I mean, I don't know how to sum it up. I mean, basically, doing that third party stuff, man. It's just like it just put a little bit of an extra, kind of like an extra stress on everything, man. Like, some of the brokers ain't fully communicating with their customers. We ain't, when we get the Raycon, they dropping in little tidbits about driver assist and all of this stuff real quickly, just to not letting you know why you booking it and negotiating the rate kind of deal. I'm just kind of piggybacking off of everybody else.
Nah, speak your mind. Get it off. Get it off. They watch the channel. All
Yeah.
they all watch. So get it off. They listen. They watch because I do meetings with them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We do like focus group conference calls. They watch the channel and then they talk to me and I give them the sentiment of like my subscriber base, and then they say, "Well, Mark, what do you think we can do better?" You know what I'm saying? So they may not talk to y'all, but they talk to me. They watch the channel. This is how
Right.
they do their research. They watch channels like mine to get the sentiment of the drivers. This is how they do their R&D. So you get it
Well,
off
I
because
hope
they
I hope it's some of the big ones, man. I hope it's some of the ones that's always, on them boards out there. Cause a lot of them, man, I can say a lot of them, you're not even talking to the real broker. You talking to the rep that barely know anything about trucking and want you to run 200 miles for $30. And, that's it. Take it or leave it. Or the ones that's putting up, what's this new thing I'm starting to see? I see it a lot. I'm normally running a lot in California, San Diego area.
Mhm.
But I branch out. I come out like I'm in Dallas right now, but I'm headed to the Midwest. But
Mhm.
a lot of them is like rate non-negotiable. Don't even negotiate the rate. You know what I'm saying? That kind of deal. But it's stuff we all been dealing with for quite a while now. Some weeks it's much louder than others. Say it like that.
How long you been driving?
I actually been in business for 3 years. But I had two drivers on, and man, dealing with trying to keep them in the truck, keep them going. They all got issues, kind of deal. I got to jump out here sometimes, so that's what I got going on right now. Um, um,
So you was born in the pandemic. You a pandemic baby.
I'm a pandemic. Yeah, I'm a pandemic baby. Say it like that. I started in Atlanta, and you know
Uh huh.
how I ain't gonna even. I don't even want to get on. That's a whole nother live right there about Atlanta. But I went out to California, was able to stretch my legs a little bit. A lot more better opportunities out there for trucking kind of deal. Um, and I just hadn't looked back. Just always just tried to stay moving, that kind of deal, and keep
Mm.
keep the trucks moving.
How many trucks you got?
Three.
They
One's a
all
rental.
moving.
Two of them my own. One of them I own outright. The other one I'm getting my ass kicked in. Oh, I don't know if I can curse. My bad. I'm getting my
Yeah,
butt kicked in on payments right now. Just to be
oh,
honest.
oh, you behind?
No, oh hell no, 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 no. I'm just talking about as far as like I got it right during the pandemic when the trucks were kind of high. I needed one. I couldn't deal with the rentals, and I grabbed it.
What you pay for about
But I ain't
80?
looking back. Everything going good in the business. I'm not like coming on here and being like, oh man, my this is going on. I'm just on here. That's all.
No, it's good. This is what it's for. That's why I want to hear. I want to hear your sentiment. I want to know what's going on. So the truck you bought, what you pay like 80 for it?
It was 55, and it was darn sure probably worth a good 25 maybe. But we did a bunch of things to it. It's been running and everything. Um, um, the one I own, I haven't had any issues with. And then we got the rental. You know how that's going.
And all of them are OTR?
One is local. The other two is OTR. I'm in one of the OTR ones right now.
Okay. But overall,
Yeah.
everything is good. I know you said you having an issue keeping drivers. You got a lot of drivers coming and going.
Well, it ain't. It's not even like it's just for me, man. It's like I pay good. I pay on time.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to go home. They got to go home every week, and they want to be local. Sometimes I don't blame them. Sometimes I'm like, but hey, we getting through it though. We making it.
Man, you know they gotta come home so they can see. Man, they trying to make sure Boo ain't creeping on them.
They want to make sure every couple days Boo Boo ain't creeping on them. They want
Hey,
they want to
hey.
make sure they want to be at home. And I mean, I don't blame them. I don't really blame them. Sometimes, but when you kind of like interviewing and you're talking with them, they
You
like,
don't
yeah,
blame
yeah,
them.
yeah. Don't bring me home. Don't take me
You,
home.
you don't
And
blame
then a
them.
week later, huh? What'd you say?
You say you don't blame them.
I said no. I said I don't blame them when they say like, oh man, I've been out, da 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 da. I haven't, I always just want to stay out. I always just want to stay out. And then like a week later, they always like, oh, I want to go back home. I want to go back home. And I'm just like, over that kind of spill right there.
Man, they know man clapping them cheeks. That's what they worried about. They worried about them they girl cheek. You gotta listen.
Let me go ahead.
You gotta hire dudes. You gotta look at their profiles. So you gotta look at they Facebook profiles. You gotta hire dudes that got bogus BMs and bogus wives. Then you don't have to worry about that. If the chick look
I got
halfway
this one.
decent, if she look halfway decent, you gonna have problems. I'm giving you the game. If they listen, I'm
You're
telling
right
you what I
though.
know. If the chick
Hey,
bogus, if she bogus, you ain't got you got you a guy who gonna stay on the road. Cause he hitting the lot lizards. So he ain't trying to get home. But if the chick look halfway decent, now if she cold, man, he ain't gonna work out, bro. He ain't gonna work out.
yeah,
He ain't gonna work out. If she
like
cold, he ain't gonna work out. I'm telling you. If she halfway decent, yeah, he probably gonna want to come home every other week. If
and
she
that's what I'm dealing with.
listen, I'm giving you the game. If her face ain't looking like nothing and she bodied up, he ain't gonna work out. He ain't gonna work out. If she got a face card and a body okay, depending on what market you live in, he may stay out for a week and a half. May. You gotta find you some people who chicks is bodine. Because they not in a hurry to get home. No way. They don't want to get home. They just gonna take their frustrations out on the lot lizards. They gonna want make sure their money is there. And, you know.
But I'm at let me piggyback on like tell you like I'm at a point now where I'm kind of at that oh dude, should I jump into this CDL game? I'm seeing a lot more stable work on that side. I'm seeing a lot more kind of like steady work, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm just seeing, oh, no box trucks. We just want 53 foot. Don't bring a 53 foot. The shipper's gonna verify, like, that kind of deal. I mean, don't bring a box truck. The shipper's gonna verify, that kind of deal.
Mhm.
Like, do you see a difference in that? Like, when you jumped over from the box truck to the CDL game, do you see a lot more steady work, or am I like seeing a facade? I'm like, oh, it's just the same as a box truck
I never did
or the box
CDL,
truck.
but my homies are all CDL. So with the
Oh, okay,
CDL with the CDL side, but you gotta remember I'm in Chicago, so I'm in number one, number two for freight. So number
right.
one for intermodal. So here's what I see right in semi trucking, and this is don't got nothing to do with marketing. This is national. I see owner operators complaining, and I see company drivers celebrating.
Right, I do.
The roles have reversed. The roles have reversed. Company drivers used to complain, and the owner operators used to celebrate. The roles have reversed. You see company drivers winning. You see owner operators boo hooing. So the cost of operate for an owner operator has skyrocketed. We lost you. When your phone got to fumbling, we lost you. Steve Rosenthal said, "Ain't no lot lizard worth having your stick fall off. You better triple right." Listen, I hear you, but guess what? Guess what? It's a lot of truckers out there that's knocking down lot lizards. Why you think they hovering around the truck yards? They knocking them down. I hear you. I'm with you. Shit. Trust me. But it's a lot of truckers out there that's knocking down lot lizards, and that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. Yo,
my bad, my man. I lost you, Mark. My bad, my bad. I lost you right at the part where you was like, it's the exact opposite. You seeing owner operators doing what now?
owner operators are complaining, they losing, and the company drivers are winning.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That too. I'm seeing that too, man. I'm seeing man, I'm just seeing it a little different. I'm just kind of at that point right now, like, oh man, should I? I'm starting. I get a lot of calls for semis. I mean, even in California, like, hey, run this, da 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 da. I see a lot of, I see a lot of things of me able to keep a driver like local. I just see a lot of different things, but the grass ain't always green on the other side. I already know that. You know what I'm saying?
I used to get those calls too, but you're gonna always get calls, but you can only do what you can do, and you can only work with the equipment that you have available for you. I wouldn't switch
Right.
lanes because it may seem like things aren't, and I'm not saying things are going bad for you, but it may seem like you're not getting to the mountaintop as quick as you would like. Or here's the thing, the rates are the rates across the board. The rates are better on the semi truck side, but the costs are a lot higher. That's why the owner operators are sinking. So the rates are better, but the cost to operate is higher. It's just like what's going on right now with inflation. You got people making more money, but yet now people are broker than they ever been before. So to a person who just doesn't know anybody, you're like, well, how are people making, you got people working at McDonald's making $20 an hour, but everybody's claiming that they broke. Why? Because just because you got a raise, the raise ain't keeping up with the cost of inflation.
That's right.
You making more money, but it's costing more money to live. So really, it just cross canceled each other. Really, you ain't shit change. But I can tell you one thing about trucking: everything went up, but the prices. So that's not a cross cancellation. That's a killer. If you ain't got your shit in order.
Yeah, I did a lot of things before, like the pandemic and stuff, so where I can get in here and kind of be comfortable. I'm just at that point now to where I'm just trying to like expand more, like just trying to do. I don't want to sign a whole bunch of people onto my authority. I barely know, ain't seen a truck, live in Ohio, I'm in California, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do that quite yet, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to try to just figure out some things, that's all.
If I was you, I wouldn't do it at all.
Oh yeah, okay.
I wouldn't do it at all. I trust me. I know. I could tell you 3 horror stories from people since I've been on YouTube that's lost their authority from doing that, and 2 out of the 3, the story was the same. Marijuana.
Violations.
They either got caught smoking weed on the truck, or they went through a weigh station and had an inspection and got caught with weed. 2 of the 3 was weed. A lot of these guys just run on, they can't stop smoking weed.
That's a severity 10 right there. That stays on that stays on there 2 years, ain't it?
So I don't know how long it stay on there, but I know one thing: they catch you wherever they catch you at, that's where that truck gonna be at. So, me personally, if I were in your position or anybody that's in a similar position than you, I wouldn't look to scale up by leasing people on. That's just not. We in a
Okay.
society now where people just don't take shit serious, not even their own business. Look how many business owners went out of business from the pandemic. A lot of it was ignorance, but look at some of the dumb shit listen to some of the dumb shit that we've heard about. Listen to some of these Amazon horror stories.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the people that do this shit, guess what? They got their own authority and technically their own box truck business, but yet and still they do dumb shit. So if they do dumb shit for themselves, what you think they're going to do under your authority? You think they're going to care about your authority? That's your livelihood. So you have to think about, you got to think about it like that. Are you willing to risk your livelihood to make a few extra bucks?
Right. You right, Mark.
We in a different time. We live in different times now. Like, people don't even care about their own shit, so they're not going to care about yours.
Yep.
So
you right, man. I just, like I said, I'm at that point. I got, I'm on DAT, Select This on my own account. Like, I pay the $500 every month. You know what I'm saying? And like, just to go back to, man, the rates is still shit. still crap. Sorry.
No, I mean, you say what you want, bro. You say what you a trucker, man. Truckers curse. Say what you want. We
I don't want to get kicked off or nothing.
You can't. If I'm telling you, the only person that can kick you off is me and Pippi. And Pippi, if she see me saying it's cool, then it's cool. So
okay, all right.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the rates, man. And I said this last year. Get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
The analyst last year was saying the second half of 2023. I kept saying, nah, the whole year gonna suck. The whole year sucked. Listen, I don't care nothing about what analysts say. What determines the market is consumer buying behavior. I've said this shit since day one. If people are not buying things, if we're in a recession, they're not calling a recession. We're in a recession. Unemployment is going up. Tech is laying off. People have money. Listen, here's what I don't know. I can't figure this shit out for the life of me. Where is the money coming from? If everybody is so broke, how are they spending money on dumb shit? Where's the money coming from? How is it? No. They ain't holding it. They not holding it. They ain't holding it. They broke. They broke. I judge the brokenness from the amount of people that asked me to borrow money. See, in 2021, didn't nobody ask me to borrow no money. 2020, 2021, I don't think not one person asked me for a loan. People messed up out here. They messed up. You know how? Because they all filed rapid. They got their refunds rapid. That's why January you saw a little uptick.
Oh no!
You see a lot of temporary tags around where you live at. You see a lot of temp tags. See, you gotta know how to judge. See, man, you gotta be from the hood. See, these are hood techniques to judge when there's money and when there's not money. You saw the temp tags in January this year instead of February, so that means they did a rapid. All right, that's why February it fell off the cliff. Bad.
Oh
bad.
Man!
Listen, my birthday is in February. I kicked it. Now, when I went out in January, I'm like, damn, it's jumping. January was jumping. February, it was all right. But in January, people was kicking it. Why? Rapid. So how they get money, I don't know. Maybe they doing gig work on the side. You know, I have seen some strange cars pull up to drop off my Uber Eats. And when I say strange, I'm not saying like weird. I'm talking about Audis.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Mercedes. Like things that you wouldn't expect a person. Okay, if you driving an E-Class, which is a mid-level Mercedes-Benz, newer model, mid, you know, probably a 2019, 2020, and you're doing, there's nothing wrong with it.
All right.
But if you're having a supplement, to me, something ain't right. It sounds like you living a little bit beyond your means. But here's where that money is going. It's not going into things that you and other people who move freight and trucks would need them to spend that money on. If you from Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
Right? All right. What's that breakfast spot right there on is it called ABC 123 or what is it called? I always eat there when I go to Atlanta. It's they got the parking lot in front. It's right across the street from the aquarium. What's the name of that spot?
Oh, Jordan Aquarium by the Capitol. It's a little place. It's like a little spot.
Yeah. It's a decent little size
like
spot.
a mom and pop spot.
Yeah, they sell the breakfast and it's always a 2-hour wait. I usually hit the chick, the little light-skinned chick. The little light-skinned chick that's the hostess, I hit her with a dub. She get me right in the dough.
Yeah.
That spot. But what's the name of that spot? It's something, man. But anyway,
I'm thinking. I think it starts with a. No, I don't start with no M. Yeah.
I think it's like some letters and some numbers. I can't forget, but I eat there every time I go to Atlanta.
Okay.
But here's the point. That's where people are spending their money at. See, a spot like that early in the morning for breakfast. I mean, Dior from head to toe, Gucci from head to toe, Louis Vuitton. You would think it was 10, 11 o'clock at night and people was going to the club. They getting dressed up to go eat breakfast. Why? Because it's a social spot. They're going to take pictures that they were there. They're going to take pictures. They hoping they're going to run into a celebrity. They're going to spend an arm and a leg on the meal. They going for the experience. And they taking full advantage of the experience all the way down to the attire. Why? Because they know they're going to be waiting for an hour or two. So they got to look the part. That's where the money going. I see it here. In the West Loop, in the Fulton Market District, Noble, all those experience-based restaurants, you can't get into them for weeks. If they do take you, it's a 2 or 3 hour wait.
Oh, wow. They're building a Noble in San Diego.
Right. They building Nobles across. We got a Noble here. We got the restaurant and the hotel here.
Oh, nice.
All right. So Tao is another one. There's one here, Vegas, and I think they got one in Miami. Like, you talking about shit on the menu that's $700, $800, $900. You see what I'm saying? But yet and still, you go. If I go to goddamn, what's the name of the website where you make the reservations at? Let me see.
Open Table.
Open Table. I can't get in there. So all these experience-based places are making money and sold out, but people aren't buying goods. In order for rates to go back up, people need to start spending money on things you can move in a truck. You can't move experience in a truck. You can't move service, an experience-based service in the back of a truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as things are expensive, people ain't gonna buy shit. they still rather have a good time. Somebody said credit. Yeah, we are all-time credit deficit right now. But a lot of people's credit cards are maxed out.
Mm-hmm.
When
I
the
just got
market,
one that's poking me in the side.
what's that? What's that? Oh, credit card.
I just got
When
one credit card that's a little bit high out of my like 10 that's poking me in the side. That's it though. But I know what
right.
you mean.
So check this out. When the market was booming the last time, people were spending money. They had money to spend. Here's the thing. There are people with money. I got money. I ain't spending my money either on dumb shit. You know where I'm spending my money at right now? On assets. Why? Because they was cheap. They going up now. But I was buying all 2022, 2023. Why? Because everybody was broke and the shit was cheap.
Mm. What you talking about? Trucks?
Assets,
just,
period.
just like
Whatever
houses
assets. No, not real estate. I bought paper assets.
Oh,
and
okay.
now I'm benefiting from it. So even though I had money, I practiced delayed gratification by sinking all my cash into those things. And now I'm being rewarded. So when everybody else was doing dumb shit, Mark, come go here with us. Man, you went to this trip. Why you ain't want to go to this trip? Man, I just went to that trip with y'all. I'm gonna chill out on this one. Y'all go ahead. Man, come on, you got it. What you tripping on, man? Man, you go ahead. Why? Because I know if I just went here, now if I turn back and go here, I'm gonna spend another $5,000. I could take that $5,000 and put it here. This $5,000 could turn into $50,000 in a year and a half later. Or this $5,000 could turn into $100,000. If I put this $5,000 here right now, this $5,000 could turn into $100,000 2 years later.
For sure.
So people did a lot of dumb shit. And because of that, they don't have any money to spend on things that truckers need people to spend money on in order to move. When the market gets better is when people start spending money. That's bottom line. Volume needs to increase. All right, supply needs to go down. But guess what? Supply can go down a little bit further. Prices will go up a little bit, but there's not going to be a substantial number that people are going to be jumping for joy. They just closed how many more Macy's?
They closing one in about every city.
About 100. I think I
Don't
read
even
the other
get
day
on the mall.
about 150 Macy's. Well, let me see. Macy's closing. Okay, those are goods, tangible, things you can touch, you can feel, right? They have to be transported, right? Macy's is probably one of the big box clothing retailers in the country, if not the biggest, right? They just announced yesterday that they're closing 150 more stores. Do Macy's have a loading dock? Do they get deliveries? The answers is right there in the details. It's just people just want to listen to all the propaganda when the answers are right in front of you. And this is why I can get up here and tell you this shit and still not be wrong. Everybody can come up with all their analogies all in the world, but you need people to spend money on shit in order for that shit to go in the truck, to get moved, to get delivered. If people ain't spending money, then what are you going to move?
Yeah, what you saying? I got to come off the road till people start spending money, huh?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know, I just listen to people complain. I listen to people
Yeah,
give me scenarios of other shit that they heard. But I've been the same one who's been consistent and tell you the same shit since day one.
yeah,
And
bro. Like I ain't hearing it. I'm going through it. Whatever I'm telling you, something I'm going through, bro.
but
But it's something that's not like I know there's other people in the game that got it, worse. That's going through a bunch of all kind of stuff, man. Trucking's huge. This just a shitty week. That's all.
I mean, it's all good. It's all good to vent, but you got to understand what's going on out here so you can know how to maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know how to maneuver out here. Listen, the strong survive, the weak perish.
Mm-hmm. I tell myself that every day.
The strong going to survive in any market. Listen to me. When people talk about this president, that president, yeah, I favor certain presidents over other presidents. I favor certain things over the other. But I tell you one thing, I don't give a damn if the economy is good. I don't care if the economy is bad. I don't care if this person's the president. I don't care if Kermit the Frog is the president. It don't matter to me. I'm going to go get it regardless. And that's how you gotta think about it, and that's how you gotta carry it. It's money out here. You just gotta look and see what you're doing. You gotta look to see what you're doing and see what changes that you gotta make internally so that you can turn things around and increase your profit margin. It sounds like you all right. It just seemed like you need to tweak some shit.
I need to. I'm gonna be real with you. I need to tweak some things, and I also want to climb into more of that local market. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll give everybody on here free game. To be honest with you, you come to California, bro. Like, you got to know Spanish. You got to know. You gotta be out there. You got to be networking. A lot of them dudes in there won't even talk to you unless you talk Spanish.
And you know what? That's crazy. That's crazy. You know how crazy. And I'm not saying you crazy, but it's crazy and it's stupid. You know why? Because this is America. You just said you gotta know Spanish. Listen to what and I'm not saying it's you, but listen to how crazy that shit is. We live in America, and you have to know. So it's like we ain't the native language no more. So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
So the answers are right in front of you. But
I moved out there for other opportunities, bro. It's like it's much more different opportunities than Atlanta, than Georgia. Like, no diss to Georgia. I'm from there, born there. I've been there, but coming out to California, it's been a much different eye-opening experience as far as my life and in trucking, and in that side of and in my business as well. So, I won't regret coming out there. It's just, you trying to navigate and trying to work on some things. I only been out there it'll be a year on the 18th of this month. So
wait.
That's
you left Atlanta to go to California to do trucking?
Well, I did. Well, my wife also had a job and stuff going on. We also had other stuff going on there. But, one of the factors, about moving the company and having it out there, it has been a little bit more beneficial for us versus Atlanta.
Wait. Is the company registered in California or Georgia?
I'm gonna give you, hey, Mark. I'm about to give you a big fat hell no.
Because here's the thing.
The taxes on that out there.
Because you talked about leasing on. You can't lease on out there. They got AB5. You can't even do lease on out there.
Yeah, well, I mean that's if I'm trying to bring somebody on who's in California, right? California trucks.
But
like if I'm trying to bring a
But you can't, from what I understand, you can't even be an outside carrier operating in there doing lease on. Like Gavin Newsom, he said that
I'm
shit
not
up for
doing
you.
no. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing anything about that. I'm not doing that. But I just brung that up as like that's not an option that I want to, kind of do. That's like, no. I don't know about. I'm not too familiar with how them laws is. out there. I mean, from what I know, I got to bring, like if I got, Joe Smo who has a truck out there, and he has his own insurance and it's all registered out there in California, I can't do nothing with him really. But I haven't really looked into that side. I've just been keeping to myself as far as that right there.
Yeah, man. California it's as far as the trucking laws out there, it's kind of rough.
Oh yeah, it is. But you also got a lot of people like who they may jump across the border and they may have some stuff that like they may be running Amazon and they may have like switching out the door what the thing they do is switch out the names on the door and stuff like that. They do all kind of like switcheroonies like that stuff, but. Bro, like it's for me coming from Georgia and like starting in Georgia and being there my first 2 years and like dealing with everything there. It's a lot more spread out more in California. I like that. I like it's a lot more like, each person can have their own thing. Each truck can have their own thing versus being in Georgia and it's just so many box trucks and every exit you see is a box truck parked on there or a truck.
I'm glad it's working out for you. Yeah,
Yep.
it just sound like you need to tweak some stuff, man, so you can have a happier week, man. We don't need you running around here venting every week, man.
No. I think a lot of it came from I grabbed 3 parcels out of LA. And I had to take them to one that was like near El Paso. The other one was El Paso, Odessa. No, El Paso, Odessa, and then the other one's going in Arkansas. And I was in Dallas, like man, I've been in Dallas trying to hustle up, and like the weirdest stuff was happening. Like I'm calling brokers, and they like, oh, we looking up your MC. It says that you're a broker MC. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like it's just been like random stupid stuff happening, or like we had one load that was trying to get cleared through. Well, we booked it with them, and then they called us back, and it was like, oh well, it's trying to get cleared through custom. Like you heard these same little excuses from them, man. Like different little things was happening. Like it was just weird today. That's all. Just really weird. It ain't no way. Like Dallas, I'm gonna say if anybody in here that was in Dallas was hot today and yesterday. They was hot. There's a lot of freight coming out of here.
Well, man, it's gonna work out, man. And see, I was talking about this yesterday, man. It's starting to get hard to come on here, man. I ain't gonna lie. See, nobody else will tell you this shit. I'll be honest with you. It's starting to get hard just coming on here. It's just like sentiment is just bad. This is probably the worst that I've seen it. And I know it's bad.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mark, but let me just tell you. Yeah. I'm not trying to be negative at all. Like there is nothing about this negative. Like I'm not trying to be like, oh man, y'all need to get out the game. Like no, at all. Not at all.
No. I'm not.
Not at all.
My trucking negative. I know you're not.
Yeah, my trucking experience is going good.
Go ahead. I'm watching. I'm looking at something else. I'm listening though.
Yeah, but like I just want to ask you this. This is gonna be like my last question. Like since you started, like, do you look at it different? Like, do you is it different? Like,
no, say that again. Your phone broke up. Your phone broke up. Say it again.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, I'm saying when you said like the part about like, oh man, the sentiments has changed and all of this stuff, like what do you say, like what can you tell yourself versus like when did you started, when'd you start?
2010.
2010. All right, 2010. Let's say on up before the pandemic and all of that stuff. Like, would you say that what could you tell yourself now or now what you could have told yourself then? Or in 2010, what could you tell yourself now that you wish you would have told yourself then?
Honestly, I can't say I would have told myself anything different. I think I did everything right. I think the major thing that I did right was I started in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I started before e-commerce. I started before the gig economy. I started before, you know, the generations changed. I started before people had this mindset where I can't work a job. I started before this influencer generation. I started before YouTube wasn't the way you look at YouTube now. Wasn't YouTube then. You look at YouTube to see videos. It was a video dump to share video footage to family members across the country. It wasn't what it is now. Live streaming didn't exist. Instagram did not exist. So it was easier for me, even though it was hard. Building it was hard. Looking at what people have to go through now versus what I had to go through then is totally different. I didn't have to go look for people. If you had an opportunity, people would come find you. I didn't have to start looking for people in like 2018 until like 2018, 2019.
That's what's up.
You see what I'm saying? So the rates that I say this all the time, the rates that I was getting back then, y'all still getting them same rates today. I was getting $600 a route back then, and there's people doing $600 a route today.
Not doing $600 for 1,900 miles.
No, I was local.
In a partial.
I'm talking about my final. I'm talking about my trucking, the final mile business. So I ain't talking about moving.
Final mile.
I ain't talking about OTR. I'm talking about the local, the trucking business.
Okay.
So the rates that I was getting then, y'all still getting today. Facts, right? But you know what was different back then? Everything else. Insurance was cheaper. Labor was cheaper. Fuel was cheaper. We had spikes in fuel. Maintenance was cheaper. You take your truck to the truck repair place. It was cheaper. It was like $75 an hour back then. It's what, $150, $180, $200 in some places an hour now for labor.
Yeah.
Taxes were cheaper.
$215.
Everything associated with running the business was cheaper, but the rates were the same as what you're getting today. So that means the cost to run was cheaper, and the rates were the same, which means back then we were making a lot more money than what you're making today. Now, when you throw in inflation, it's just like truckers before deregulation. Truckers were making on average, what, $30,000, $40,000, which equivalent to today's is about $100 and some thousand, right? Once you add inflation, right? But the cost of living was a lot cheaper. So that money went a lot further. So I actually feel for people now. And this is why I spend my time trying to help people. This is why I come on here for 2 and 3 hours and sit and talk to people. To try to help them, to try to put them in the mind frame of what it's going to take to be successful in today's times. You have to be sharper today. You have to be smarter today. You have less room for error today.
You can say that again.
Error costs you a lot more money today than it did back then. If you started back then renting a box truck, it cost you $450 a week. And they give you 1,000 or 1,500 free miles.
Yep.
You didn't have to put a deposit down, none of that. So if you had an error, you made a mistake, or you mismanaged something, you wasn't paying an $1,800 a week rental. Worst case scenario, you didn't even go past 1,500 miles, so you didn't pay for none of the miles, and the truck would only cost you $450. You didn't have to start paying for miles until you got to 1,501 miles. So now, looking from being sitting here now, looking back then, I wouldn't did nothing different because I'm in the future now. Now, what I can tell you, if you ask me this question, if you would have said, Mark, if you could see the future then in 2020, if you could see the future 15 years out, would you do things different? Yes. Even though I did everything I feel like to the best of my ability right, I made a lot of money and I was able to exit on top. And that was close because if I would have held on, if I would have been a not smart, greedy businessman, I would have said, well, this too shall pass. When the pandemic came and all that free money went around and then nobody want to bring their ass back to work, and I had these trucks sitting here and I only had a few people that was running and I wasn't running at 100%, I could have said, man, you know what? I'm just going to hold on. This too shall pass. I had already made my money. I had been in business over 10 years. Assets were paid for. If I would have held on instead of being a smart businessman, not being emotionally attached to shit, even though I would be fucked up right now. Trucks wouldn't be worth shit. They'd be just like them trucks you see on Penske for $10,000 that's sitting there that can't be sold. I still wouldn't be able to have nobody come to work, and I would have been kicking myself because I had an opportunity to sell depreciated assets at an appreciated price, and I didn't take advantage of it because I was hodling, HODL, holding on for dear life. Instead of taking advantage of the opportunity, seeing an opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where I could sell a depreciating asset for 2 to 3 times what I paid for it over 10 years ago, you can never do that. We'll never do that again. I took it.
There ain't going to be another pandemic. There ain't going to be another pandemic.
Right. So now if I could see the future then, I would have accelerated everything I did from 2010 to 2020. I would have accelerated certain things that I did, I probably wouldn't have did. Okay. Even though I came out unscathed and I came out on top, I would have accelerated everything I did. And then when 2020 came, I wouldn't have struggled from 2020 to 2022 because 2020, I had to get my black ass back out on the truck. 2020, 2021, and 2022 was rough for me. But I had to do what I had to do. So when I get up here and I talk shit to people, when they complain about shit, I can talk shit. Because when 2020 hit, and then nobody want to bring their black ass to work, because man was getting unemployment in Illinois. He was getting unemployment in Arkansas. He was getting unemployment in Indiana. He was getting unemployment in 3 states. He was barely coming to work for me. He was also getting PPP. He got a PPP. He got an idol. His baby mama got a PPP. She broke him off a nickel from her 20. Then he was telling people, look, I can get you unemployment in Arkansas. I can get you 20. Just give me 5. So he was doing the side hustle. So now you had a person who didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, who was coming working for me, and they would get paid on Friday. And by Monday, they needed an advance to the next Friday. This is the individual to now having $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 sitting in their bank account. So not only did I have to get my ass back out there, the few people that were still coming to work, they were fair weather. They weren't consistent because they had money. Never left Chicago. Now Mark, I can't work the 22nd through the 28th. Why not? Man, I'm going to Vegas. Never been on a plane ride. Asking me, man, how you book this plane ride? I remember I had a 3-man job during the pandemic, 2020, 2021. It took us 9 hours to do. Why? Because the dude didn't show up. One of the guys didn't show up, and I had a brand new guy working with me. So I pretty much did the whole move by myself, fell off the truck because I'm overworking myself. Now, mind you, I hadn't been on a truck in 7 years. So I wasn't even prepared to get on the truck. Belly, I wasn't in the shape that I'm in now. So to answer that question, I can't answer it from now to then. I can answer it from then and now. If I could saw into the future, I would have set a plan to be out December 19th, 2019. December 31st, 2019. I wouldn't want to deal with 2020, 2021, or 2022. I would have set a 10-year plan.
That's what's up.
Now, I don't regret 2020, 2021, 2022. I had to do what I had to do. But that's the way I would answer that question. But what I can tell you from being experienced, from coming from a generation in box trucking prior to this new generation, what I can tell you from you entering into this industry in the new generation, God damn, fuck is retracing, is you do have to work harder. You do have to work smarter, right? You do have to understand that it's going to cost you more for mistakes. That learning curve is going to cost you more, and you have to be a lot more aggressive than we had to be. You got to be a little bit more cutthroat. You got to be a little bit more gangster out here.
Yeah, that's
you know what? Because you see it out here. Like people, oh man, you taking cheap freight, and now I have to go through the whole explanation of cheap freight and trucking deregulation, and then even further, you got people out here running off desperation. Forget this person being able to run at certain rates. You got people that are out here running off desperation.
Yeah.
You got people out here that's already cutthroat, man. Dude, I ain't trying to hear what you camaraderie, man. Don't take that, man. It's too cheap. Just let it sit, man. I ain't taking it. I'm taking this shit, fam. That's say 1,500. That's say 1,500, fam. They don't know they cost per mile. This is what you dealing with. You dealing with man. Listen to me. You dealing with man on the truck, getting high on the truck, going through the weigh station, hitting a blunt on the truck. This what you dealing with. How many times you seen people come up here and don't know they cost per mile, but yet and still people still complain? But this what you dealing with. This is what you got into, and this is your competition. This is the new era of trucking that's coming in.
So what should I do? Should I wait for all of them to like die out, or just they not
gonna all die out? Listen, for everyone that died, look how many people came in last month. You think when Man didn't get his taxing point. Man baby mama. Man got 3 baby mamas. Each baby mama gave him a nickel. Each baby mama got 3-4 kids. So she checked about 17. What do we know about Man? Man can't change a tire. Man ain't finna get out and pump no gas. Man can barely read and know arithmetic, but I'm gonna tell you what Man can do. Man can lay some pipe when it's needed to be. When money time, Man gonna lay some pipe, right? Man got 5,000 from each BM. He got 3 BMs. He got enough to get into the box truck business. You know how many people hit me up last month that came into the box truck business last month? It's going to always be a man. So just because one going out, it's still one coming in. You just got, for every 3 that's coming out, you still got one coming in. You see all these clippings that I be putting up of these shorties coming up here, and I clip them and I put them up in videos. Go watch some of them. These are your competition. Go watch some of the last videos that I put up. Watch them videos. That's your competition. That wasn't my competition. My competition was Jose, Hector, Felix, Jose.
Mark, I'm laughing, but bro, you were telling the truth right now.
That was my
You
competition.
telling the truth.
See, I didn't have to
telling the
worry
truth.
about it. I didn't have to worry about Man. Jose and Chepe and Hector. They came to work. They minded their business. They did the job excellently. They stayed out of our way. We stayed out of their way. And it wasn't no dumb shit going on because everybody had the same purpose, the same goal. Get to the money. The right way. No shortcuts. With a clear mind. You didn't hear stories about people getting pulled over and stopped at weigh stations with blunts and baby bottles with lean in it. Listen, the stuff that had come across my DM and my desk and some of the stories that people come to me, you would think I was a therapist. Some of the box truck horror stories that I hear. This is your competition. This is what you have to deal with. So it goes back to what I said earlier. You got to make sure your shit is straight. It's like when you driving down the road. You can't be an offensive driver. You got to be a defensive driver. You got to keep all this shit in mind when you formulating your business. So that in any storm, no matter what the sentiment is, you know you're going to make some money. You know you're set to win. Economy good, economy bad. Dumb man doing dumb shit, I'm cool. Matter of fact, I'm going to set my business up so that if man do some dumb shit, I'm going to benefit from that. So no, I don't think you should quit. I think you should.
Oh no, I ain't talking about quitting.
I think you should. I think you should just like I told you earlier. Why is this shit went up and now it's dumping? I think you just need to, You said what?
No, you're right. You're right. I need to tweak some things. One of which, though, too, is get rid of that rental.
And
Just
that's
get
what I was
rid of
going to
that
tell.
thing.
And that's what I was going to tell you earlier. I was going to ask you like maybe one of the first, but I didn't want to. I was trying to fill you out. I was going to say you might want to downsize some.
Yeah, that rental.
Yeah, you might just have too much going on. 3 trucks just might be too much for you right now, especially if you having a hard time keeping people. Yeah, cut some costs. Take the 2 trucks that you own. Get rid of that rental. That's going to cut your headache of your employment issue. Is also going to cut your overhead down some.
Mm-hmm. You are right about that.
So man, I was cooking there for a minute, man. When you asked me that question, man, I started cooking.
Oh, you could have said it. You could have said it. I said it myself. That's one of the things too I'm gonna do.
Yeah, just scale back a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with. See, a lot of people thinking that scaling back is a bad thing. You would be surprised that if you got rid of that truck, you might see your margin. You're gonna see your margins increase, and you'll probably see your money go up too. So when I say you got to play the game smart, you have to play it smart in all aspects. I don't think the box truck business now is a multi-vehicle business anymore. You know what I'm saying? Master contractor is kind of
No, what? No, hold on a minute. Hold on. Are you saying the game isn't in multiple trucks anymore?
I'm gonna be honest with you. As time continues to go on, it's becoming more difficult for people to run multiple box trucks.
Okay.
See, back in the day, it was easy. Why? Because you could people wasn't the issue. Companies champion, man. You got how many trucks you got? Oh my God, this is great. Now they shun on it, right? And for the owner operator, I still have yet to meet an owner operator that has been able to manage and maintain. Since I came on YouTube, the people that I've come across on YouTube that have been able to manage a multitude of vehicles, not one. I have yet.
Yeah.
It's becoming difficult.
Dang,
It's becoming. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. It's becoming a one-man do-it-yourself lane. Another reason why is the margins aren't there anymore.
That's real.
The margins aren't there. It's cool, and I'm just keeping it a buck. If the rates are the same, OTR, final mile, and the costs have risen, that means your margins have gone down, and in most cases, in the red. How can you operate a multitude of vehicles if you're not making money? If it's not, if it don't make sense, don't do it. I think a lot of people get caught up and just say, "Oh man, I got 5 trucks, I got 4 trucks, I got 3 trucks, I got 10 trucks, I got 6 trucks." It sounds
like
good,
a badge of honor, huh?
right? It sounds good, but if it's not profitable, it don't make sense. If you got
Right.
10, if you got 5 properties and one of them is 100% occupied and the other 4 properties are 3 units apiece and they all vacant because, for whatever reason, and you're just losing money, you either need to put some tenants in there or you need to sell them.
That's what's up.
So, I mean, this is just my honest opinion, in doing a compare and contrast. I always use myself. I said, well, if I were to enter into the box truck business right now, I'm telling you, I would fail. Me personally, I would fail. If I didn't if I would have to cut a lot of shit out. I wouldn't be able to enter the box truck business right now with my cost of living. I would have to cut a lot of shit. Right? Because I understand that, okay, I'm going to gross max out at about 20 grand. And I'm going to net paying myself payroll, not cash flow. I'm probably only going to be able to pay myself, honestly, about maybe $750 a week. That's $3,000 a month. I would not be able to live at my current cost of living. I wouldn't be able to, my bills are way more than that. So I would have to readjust my living.
It wasn't like that when I first got in the game, but mine's is getting like that. So it's like, I understand what you're saying.
So if yours is getting like that now, because I heard you at the beginning when you talked about that truck, it's killing you. And now you said this. So now that means now you got to start adjusting some stuff. You gotta grab the bull by the horns before it gets too far in front of you, and then you can't control it and you can't catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would get rid of the rental.
Yeah, Mark, this ain't something that's been going on. This is something that's super new. This is something that started in the last week or so. No, probably since about the 20th of February, something like that. And I'm just like, bro, just cut it off before it turn green on you or something like that.
And trust me, it ain't nothing wrong with that. You still got the other 2 trucks. You own 1 truck. You realize that you have to get out here, right, and run a truck yourself. So you already know what you got to do. You understand what you got to do. So that's a good thing, because I see a lot of people that come up here and say, man, they not getting on the truck. Look, if I can come back out here after 7 years of not being on the truck, came off the truck at 33, and I got back out here at 40, then these 30-some-year-olds and these 20-some-year-olds that I come across, I don't be trying to hear it. And that's why I be going in on them. Because that's what it takes as a business person. It's your business. If you're not willing to save your business, then who is?
Yeah, I'm 38, bro, and I'm out here.
Right? Well,
I could be. I worked at Costco. I left Costco. I worked there for 16 years in the distribution part, and like jumped into this and ain't looked back. You know what I'm saying? So like, you out here, like what you saying about being like aggressive, being out, like you right about all that. I hope your 80 people who's watching on here is listening.
Yeah, so I didn't even know we jumped up to 80 people. But yeah, man. I when you asked me that question, man, it just sent me into that mood, man. I think, man, yeah, just scale back, man, and I think everything gonna turn around. You just gotta make some adjustments, man. You know, the market is the market. The market is the market. And another thing is, as you got that money coming in, you got to take some of that money in and put it into other things, so that when one thing is doing good, you got something else that's doing. When something is doing bad, you got something else that's doing good. You got to diversify. You can't rely on one thing no more. We not in that time frame anymore. This ain't the 80s and the 90s, the 20s, and even that first 3/4 of the 2010s. You got to diversify even your investment portfolio as far as what you do for active income.
Oh yeah, I do a little bit. Well, actually, it's more of my wife, man. We do a little bit in the stocks, but
I'm not just talking about like just that, but just anything. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket for active income. If you got some other passive income, even if you got some other things going on, that's other forms of active income, then
okay,
that's what you got to do, because you got to understand trucking is a market. It's a business based off a market. And what drives the market is consumers, right? Because you move goods. You don't move service. You don't move experience, which means the economy needs to be good in order for people to be spending money, so that goods can be purchased, so that they can go through the transportation system and ultimately end up on your truck, so you can move it from point A to point B. And if things aren't going good, then it's going to affect your business. So you have to have something else that may not, be market driven, or something else that's in another market that, when it's not, doesn't run on the same cyclical. Well, because trucking isn't cyclical. It's based on economic, like the economy, and it could be based off real life events, right? If we go to war, everything's going to crash. It's going to go back up again, but there's going to be a crash. When we go into a bear market, which trucking is in a bear market, it's bearish right now. There's no bullish, to be honest with you, there's no bullish signals in sight. These analysts can tell you whatever they want, but I've been proving them wrong for the past 2 years. You see what I'm saying? There's really no bullish signals in sight for the trucking market. The first bullish signal we'll get is when Jerome Powell lowers the interest rates. No, I'm being honest with you. This is how you base it.
I laugh because on the days he come up, boy, everybody's shook. Like everybody's like,
right.
So if he come start talking,
yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Consumers base their decision off the sentiment of the economy. They base they sentiment, they buying behavior off who's the commander in chief. If there's any FUD that's put out there into the media, people that have money gonna hold on to it. FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's just the way things go. Fear and greed index. When people are fearful, be greedy. When people are greedy, be fearful. It's never failed me. That's how you got to look at this business that you in and any other business or anything that you invest into, and it'll never fail you. We winning right now. I see them in the chat. I made a lot of people a lot of money this past week. I got some members I made 5 figures this past week. It's always money to be made. You just got to know where it's at. The greed and fear index. When everybody was greedy out here, I was fearful. And now that everybody fearful, I'm greedy. Lose something. Lose an asset because you did some dumb shit. I got cash. I'm going to buy it from you on pennies on the dollar. And then guess what? When something happened and you get some money again, I'm going to sell that same shit that you sold me for dirt cheap because you did some dumb shit. I'm going to sell it back to you for a higher price. See, people don't like when you talk like that. But that's how you make money. That's how the rich get richer. And that's how people who become smart and know how money works become rich. But see, they not going to tell you this shit. Hold on, I'm going to ask somebody else. Somebody else called in. Yo.
Hey, yo.
What's going on?
I'm in my truck. Listen, right? I watched your channel, right? And I started this box truck business. And I'm in my box truck right now riding through VA. So my insurance high as hell. I want to know how can I get it, like how can I lower it? Like I'm based out of Philly. So I'm trying to lower my insurance and I had my authority for like 3 months right now.
Where you at? And I mean, who you got? Progressive? Bybert?
I got Progressive, I got Progressive. And they hitting me in my head right now.
Well, you got a broker or you set it up yourself?
I went through a broker. Like when I did the authority, I did my job in December. I got the insurance in like January, but there was so many motherfuckers calling my phone.
But when you say they hitting you over the head, what's hitting you over the head?
Right now, like, all right, I pay $27 a month.
$2,700 a month?
Yeah.
What kind of box truck you got?
I got a 2023 Hino.
And how old are you?
Man, I'm 37.
How many points you got on your MVR?
I don't got no points. I mean, I had a DUI before, but...
Well, there you go. There you go. So I'm keeping it funky with you.
That joint in 2016, though.
It don't matter. You got a 2023 Hino. So you got a new truck. All right? So if that truck crash or somebody crash into you, it's going to cost a lot more money to replace that truck than it would be to replace a 2015 Freightliner or a 2015 Hino. So you got a brand new truck. So that's going to automatically put you at the high 1,000 to 2,000 right there.
Right.
You got a DUI. Regardless of when it was, hold on. Regardless of when it was, I want you to put yourself in the other person's shoes. If you was the insurance person, somebody came to you with a DUI, I don't care if it was 2 years ago or 5 years ago, you're going to look at them a little bit different. They're going to be a little bit more riskier for you to insure if you put yourself in the other person's shoes. Am I right or am I wrong?
You right.
There you have it.
So it ain't no way I can lower it. Like, it ain't no, like, because right now, I just been like, ever since I started, I've been running. I've been sleeping in my truck, I've been all over. I'll be like, I try to be out the Midwest more because more money in them. It's like more loads come out like Wisconsin and Chicago around there.
Yeah.
But I just been running.
I would get a second opinion and I would talk to the broker and first see see if he shopped you. That's the first thing. See if he shops you. See, because a lot of brokers, what they'll do is they'll just go straight to Progressive. And they'll just tell you, all right, here go your impairment. But you got to find a broker that's going to shop you. For instance, I had a guy come to me about a month ago. He had a broker. His broker got him insurance at $2,400. He booked a coaching session with me. He booked 4 coaching sessions with me. Normally, I don't hook people up with my broker, right? But since he booked a block of coaching sessions with me, when he told me $2,400, I hooked him to my broker. He's still with Progressive, but he went from $2,400 to $898.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a good joke. Like,
So here's the play. The more money you pay on your insurance, the more money the broker makes. The broker gets a kickback from the insurance company. He gets a residual. It's in his best interest for you to pay more. That's why I always say you have to get second and third opinions, because you have to find a broker that's willing to work for you. They'll add and doctor up a lot of shit on the policy that's disclosed within the policy that may not be on the Accord form, all this extra bullshit that you really don't need to drive the rates up. Because if the broker is getting a 4% kickback on you paying that $2,700, 4% of $2,700 is a lot different from 4% on $1,300.
Yeah. You don't know no brokers? You don't got no brokers that I could go holler at right quick? Because the boy I got, it was, as soon as you get your authority, they just blow your phone up, and everybody blow your phone up trying to sell you stuff.
Where did you find your broker at? Where did you find your broker at?
He called my phone.
Well, see, you didn't go look for no. You just took anybody that calls you. Hold on. Let me get it off. Anybody that calls you directly, first you want to find out, man, how you get my number. You already know how they got your number, but anybody that cold calls you, you don't want to do business with anybody that cold calls you ever. Hey, Mark. Hey, you need your roof fixed? When's the last time you had? I don't want to do no. Listen, if you got a cold call me, then I don't want to do business with you. I want to do business with a person who I go out and I seek, and then I research this individual if I don't get a referral. I don't want to do business with nobody that cold calls me.
But nobody all right, listen, I started this business watching your channel and a couple other channels. Mostly your channel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything off the muscle. I ain't go to school for none of this. All this stuff from YouTube. And I hear you. And I'm a risky person. I just said F it and just went in. So like, I got my authority, and then, like, I ain't know where to get insurance from. Y'all don't make videos on where to find insurance. So it was like, I was at the bottom of the moment, and it was like, all right, I grabbed the first thing I can grab.
I always say go find you a broker that's willing to work for you. I say this shit all the time.
But where do you find brokers at? Like, you ain't never been.
I have showed you where to look for the broker. I've showed people plenty of times. You probably didn't see them videos. I showed you a cheat code on how to look for brokers. Man, see, that's why I don't do this, man, because then everybody gonna bombard me, man. This one, listen. Oh my God, bro. Man, DM me, man. DM me, man. I'm gonna see what I can do for you. I'm gonna see what yeah.
One more thing I gotta ask though, right?
Yeah.
If I wanted to change my address, to like a different state, to try to get a better rate, like change my authority to a different state, could I do that to change my insurance?
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right now I'm coming out of Philly.
Based off what you told me, bro, I'm keeping it a buck with you. You got a new truck, fam. You got a brand new truck. It don't listen. It don't matter. It don't matter. Listen, if I pull up, listen. If I call my insurance agent, if I call my State Farm insurance agent and say, listen, I'm looking at a 2024 Rolls-Royce Cullinan Mansory, and then my second option is a 2024 Mercedes-Benz G63. You think I'm gonna get the same insurance rate? Whether I'm renting it or I own it, it's two different cars.
Right.
Your insurance on the 2023 is going to be different from a 2015, whether you own it or you rent it. You know why? Because the same situation here with the Cullinan versus the G-Wagon. If that Cullinan get into an accident, it's going to be a lot more money to fix it than it is for that G-Wagon.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
You might have certain parts on that Cullinan that Rolls-Royce North America or BMW North America, because Rolls-Royce is BMW, they may not have that part. That part may have to come from overseas.
Yeah.
Same situation here. You got, if the damage is done to the cab, right? That's a Toyota. It might be a part that Toyota North America don't have. It might have to come from overseas. It's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot more to ensure. You got to kill the background noise. You got the noise cancellation? Oh, he muted himself. So if you
no, good.
It's going to be more to ensure 2023, whether you renting it or you own it. It's a 2023 Hino is a 2023 Hino. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
I got one more question though, right? Because like, all right, you know the new authority, everybody be acting funny on the load board. Like I got the DAT load board, and everybody be acting funny. So like right now, like lately, I've been running off TQL. Like I did like at least 15 loads of TQL since I got this job. I've been running off TQL all day. Where else can I get loads at? Cause everybody saying 6 months. Where else can I grab loads at? Like that they gonna talk that 6 months shit. Excuse my language.
Well, most people are shunning away from new owner operators. That's some new stuff that started after the pandemic.
So I gotta rock out with these cats.
I mean, you gonna find TQL, and it's some other ones out there, but they're gonna be similar to TQL.
I mean, TQL is good, and if you know how to talk, you can finesse a little bit. Like once I learned my truck and learned my gas tank, I know how to make $1 off of it. That's how I've been moving. I've been made to maintain. I mean, I just can't go home. I go home for like
you can't go home.
No, I've been in this truck. I've been home like why
you want to
start moving? I went for like 3 days.
Why you want to go home for?
I don't want to go home. Like that ain't what it is. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Right now, I can't. There ain't no option. Like right now,
I know. You shouldn't want to go home. You supposed to want to. You gotta. That's the point. But what you saying is, even if you wanted to go home, you can't go home, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it's like you ain't getting them. I don't know. I think them dudes be capping. Like them dudes that be on Instagram talking about they getting $3 and $4 a mile. I ain't seen one of those yet. People be online. I be looking at them. They putting that race up there talking about $3 or $4 a mile.
Wait, what load board you running off of?
TQL, I be on DAT. DAT, they be having crazy prices on DAT.
But what package you got for DAT?
I think the $84 June, $84 package.
Bump it up.
And yo, Selectus is they not too far on the rates. The rates is crap there too.
You shouldn't even be looking.
It's crazy. But you said, the rates are the rates.
You shouldn't even be looking on Selectus.
This is crazy.
Wow.
What you paying for Selectus? Like $500?
Man, $518 a month, and
Why?
I got April. I would have had it for. Let me be real with you, Mark. I would have had it for All of the three, I would have had it for I would have had it since my first 2 months of opening, and I'm getting rid of it next month. I'm done with it. I'm done.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
more.
You shouldn't have that.
Yeah, it's
You
a
shouldn't
wrap
have
on that
that.
one. Well, I mean, what would you use it for? Because I know it's complicated. Like it's a lot of little things up in there, but I just been using it to get low. I have got some good lows though from it, Mark. I have got some good lows at some times, but
I
it's
see
far and
more.
in between. When I reach out to brokers through email, they barely email you back. Like even if you put everything in right, it's weird.
I see more of the expedited people use that cargo van expedited. I
Yeah,
rarely
cargo
see box
vans.
truckers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
rarely see
I
box
stole a
truckers
couple of
use that.
cargo vans lows off there.
Yeah, I rarely see box truckers use that. And first of all, it's $500 a month. If you're not
Yeah, yeah,
if you're not
yeah,
covering the cost of just paying that much, then it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Period. To
yeah,
be honest with you, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I think you need to cut that
yeah.
off, buddy.
Yeah,
That's part.
I learned that this past peak season. I was just like, I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I think they charge you like what, $200 or something for canceling it. I was about to cancel that. I was like, you know what? It's just about up. I still got a couple of good lows this past month off of there, but I had to negotiate for that rate. It's not what they posting on there. It's like low.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you would
So
consider that like a gig app or not like something like a
no, it's not.
not a gig app.
It,
Uh,
it used to be considered as like an esteemed like member type only thing, and they boost the price up to keep obviously certain people away, right? They want the creme de la creme on there, but I mean the market that we in, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really the market that we in, the volume that's out here doesn't really justify spending that much money on that load board.
right, right, right. It
You know what I'm
did though
saying?
at first when I first started. It did. It did.
But that
I'll
was
be real with you. But now it's like,
but that was during the pandemic. And
yeah,
and to be
yeah,
honest with you, you shouldn't even pay for it then. You could have just went and stood outside and said, "Hey, who got freight?" And a million people would have ran up to you and said, "Can you move this load?" I wouldn't have paid it then. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I think you need to get rid of that.
man.
That's probably one of the
Oh, I
reasons
am. Oh,
why you upset. You paying all that
oh,
money for nothing.
hey, bro, I already put in the request through the email and everything, bro. Like, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Forget that. I think that ought to bring my cost per mile down
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
real.
But yeah, but still, yeah, you need to man, just DM me, man. Just DM me,
No,
man.
I DM'd you before. I'm gonna DM you again though,
Hey man,
man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My DMs is crazy, bro. They crazy. I'm
No,
about
you had told me to go live with you the other day, but I got caught up in the situation. So I
oh,
couldn't even,
okay.
like, you hit me like, go live. I tagged you in one of my little videos and shit, but I got caught up in something, so I missed that joint. But I see you live now, and I made you up, see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do. Just hit me up, man. I don't do this for everybody, and I gotta make a point, man. I gotta stop doing this, man, because I don't wanna, me and my broker, we've had a relationship since 2012, 2013. So, I don't wanna, bombard them. I had to feel people out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you
just hit
sit
me
right
up,
here
man.
right now. I'm in this forever. Like, I ain't stopping. I put too much
Oh
money in.
yeah,
I put
I
too
hear
much,
you.
like, too much money into this joint.
Let me ask you a question. You from Philly, right?
Yeah,
What side of Philly you from?
I'm from North.
Meek Mill from the north side, right?
Yeah, he from Burke Street.
He a sucker in real life, ain't he?
I mean, I don't know him.
Oh, you don't know
No,
him?
he
Okay.
wasn't. He went to mansion. He wasn't. No, niggas he rolled around down Burke Street. Burke Street not so. Burke Street one of them blocks. He tripping.
I just don't understand why he be doing a lot of sucker shit online, man, with on Twitter and stuff. Like a lot of the stuff he be doing, it seems like it's just he be saying a lot of stuff that to me just it don't match up with the image that he try to portray. That's all. So I was just curious. I've never been a fan of Meek
Well,
Mill. I really don't care for him like that. I've never listened to
I know
none of this.
the block he's from is one of them blocks, though. Like he from the churches. Like, well, right, Berkeley, one of them blocks.
Okay, all right. I see him in academics was into it again, and I'm just listening to some of the shit he was putting on Twitter, and I'm like, oh man, here you go again.
But niggas trying to say he gay. I'll be all niggas ass
But
too.
But here's the thing: the person who said it, he ain't going at that person. He going at somebody that crack jokes. You can't go at the person. If once you become a public figure, if shit go out about you, people gonna make fun of you. But if you gonna go at anybody, you gotta go at the person who put it out there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta go at the gatekeeper. You gotta go at the dude who put it in the damn paperwork. You gotta go at him. You can't go at the people on the internet for cracking jokes. Because guess what? You in pictures with Michael Rubin, you bunny hopping around and shit. You in fucking man sandwiches and shit with fucking Robert Kraft and Michael Rubin and Little Baby sandwiched up in yachts and shit. To me, that's just not conducive of a person who's a gangster. You see what I'm saying? There's no way in hell I'm finna be in a man sandwich. I'm finna be between two men smiling. I don't care if they billionaires or not. I'm not finna get that. That shit was too weird to me. So I just see a lot of weird shit with him, bro. And I just be like, man. But then he plays this super tough role online. I'll be like, man, I don't know, bro. He go after all the people who he think he could bully. But if it's something that body got more power than him, he bow out. He bowed out to Jay-Z. He bowing out to Puffy. He bowed out to Drake. But he tried to bully academics. He tried to bully 6ix9ine. But then when 6ix9ine pulled up on him, he didn't have no smoke. So I just don't know. I don't know, bro. But I was just curious. I always wanted to ask somebody from Philly, man.
Oh, like listen, his folks around, like they not, ain't nothing sweet about what they got going on. But let me not tell you.
Yeah,
I can't speak on what's going on in the internet. I don't pay attention to that shit. Like I heard about it, but my situation, man, nigga calling me gay online, I'm gonna address it too, like, because they saying like I don't got no Twitter, so I don't be on Twitter. I be seeing like the little memes and shit they be on Instagram. That shit crazy. They saying you fucking Puffy. That's a bad joke.
Hey man, I heard it's a lot of people out here that's been through them bad boy hallways, man. So he wouldn't be the first. I doubt if he'd be the last. But I was just curious, man. I was just curious.
Yeah. But no, I'm a DM you though, bro. Real right. Because I got a couple other questions about. I'm on my trucker maps. I need the app and shit so I can see where fucking going. So I'll meet y'all niggas later, huh?
All right, bet. Yep. Yo. All right. Hello? Yeah, so
yeah, man. Yeah. I ain't gonna take up much of your live, but I appreciate you answering all my questions, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, anytime, man. Whenever I do these call-in shows, don't hesitate to call up. That's why I do them, to give people a chance. Just sometimes people just want to have a conversation. A lot of people don't have anybody experienced in this field that they can talk to. So I try to allot some time for people to, even if they don't just want to have a conversation about the industry. This is what I allot this time for. So anytime, man. You there? Check. All right, I guess you froze. You there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Hello? Yeah,
I hear you.
I was saying not a lot of people do that nowadays and take the time, so I appreciate that and I value that a lot. And I may ask you in like a year, so I got a couple of little violations on my MC, but about that insurance connect, but in like a year or so.
Okay, yeah, just hit me up, man.
All right, be safe out here, man.
All right, you too. Peace. All right, man. So I think this is a good show. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm not gonna take any more calls. Y'all see y'all in the chat, and I'm looking up. I'm seeing shit run up. So I need to check. We need to check on the bread. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go in here because I got some other stuff I need to go do. Only young rappers I see standing on business is King Von and Fulio. Yeah. He always makes it his business to hang around the real guys. I noticed that. Let me see. Shout out to Big Zoe. Big Zoe, what's going on? What's going on, Big Zoe? Neville says start with a final amount contract, couldn't find the right people, switch to OTR, high insurance, low rates, not enough freight in my area, no return loads. I cleared everything with a mattress contract, but couldn't find a helper. Are you booking the loads yourself so dispatcher could help? Okay, so y'all on Facebook talking. Cool, helping each other out. Giorgio say he learned Forex and crypto 6 years now. Okay. Industry shifts towards online retail and changing consumer preferences. A lot of things is changing. And we've seen a dynamic shift change in the trucking market as a result of it. So things are changing. You got to stay abreast of what's going on out here so you can stay ahead. So you don't have any setbacks so you can continue to make this money. I'm new to the channel. Can anybody tell me where to find box truck work websites? Go through my video catalog. I got a bunch of different websites and companies you can sign up with. Not gonna lie, Mark, I want you to talk crypto. I talk crypto in the members only. You a member? I see the star. I would love to talk crypto on the public channel. I would love to, but I can't. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Listen, the members know what's going on. I know people like, man, he just saying that. Listen, no, I'm not saying that. I'm being honest. I gave 2 free plays away in October. I reiterated them in October. Only a few people hit me up. Them plays that I gave away in October, one of them since then is up 256%. So do the math. Depending on how much money you would have invested, 256%. And these are just the 2 freebies I gave away. Hold on, that one that I had that's 256% up since I gave it. Oh, it just did. Hold on. In the past week, it's up 63%. The other freebie I gave away is up 479%. So Big Zo said 3 moves today, 3 moves yesterday. That time is here, moving season. All right, just make sure you implement the plan we put in place and don't do what you did last year. Don't do what you did last year. Do not do what you did last year. Do what you did last year, but don't do what you did last year. You know what we talking about. Where your members start at, you got to join. Last 9:25 last night, 7:50 today. All right, well. Hey, man. That's good, man. You a good protege, man. You a good protege, man. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work. Yep. The two ones that I gave away as freebies that I'm not going to name because people don't pay attention. And, they wonder, man, ain't no money out here. It's money out here. There's money out here. Listen, in the members only yesterday, I gave a play yesterday. The play that I gave yesterday, asked the members in the members only. I said, do this. The shit that I told them yesterday to do, I'm going to tell you how much it's up in the past day. Give me a second. 1 second. Let me pull it up. In the past 21 hours, past 24 hours, it's up 51%. 51%. Thousands. A lot of people made thousands today. In the past week, it's up 104%. So, let me see. Hold on. All right, so yeah, Big Zo, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep working. Just don't do what you did last year, man. Manage your books better. Stop spending all that money. Save that money. Sock that money away. You making $20,000 a month in a cargo van, following the blueprint I gave you with limited cost. You should have a nice bag of cash flow. So this is your second year. Do the work that you did last year. Continue to work hard, but you need to manage your books a little bit better. All right. We need to see some better results. I'm gonna set October. That second week of October, we're gonna do a spin the block testimonial recap. We're gonna go through your second year in business. So we're gonna let you get it off all March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We're gonna let you run 7 months, and then we're gonna do a recap of what we did last year for this year. And we want to see the difference, right? We want to see the difference. All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here, man. Shout out to all the members, man. Y'all keep making that money, man. Appreciate everybody. I'm out.